When Manni Coe received a heartbreaking SOS text from his brother Reuben, who has Down syndrome, he knew he had to act fast to rescue his brother, who was really struggling to cope with lockdown.
Now, 3 years later, the brothers are heading to Downing Street for a campaign to change the perception of people with Down syndrome. We're going to chat to Reuben and Manni in just a moment, but first, here's Kira Durkin with their story.
In the grip of the pandemic, Reuben Coe, like so many, was struggling to get through lockdown in his care home. Unable to see his family, he had regressed, becoming unhappy, withdrawn and practically mute. Then he sent a simple text message to his brother, which read, "Brother, do you love me?"
So when I got the text message, he knows I love him, so I didn't see it as a question. It was his way of communicating to me, I'm in trouble, I don't know how much longer I can carry on, you need to come and get me.
Manni, who lived in Spain, immediately flew to the UK and took him from the care system, slowly building back his mental health throughout COVID with the help of therapy and his love for films, writing and drawing. The brothers have collaborated on a book charting their difficult journey. Their next steps take them to Downing Street and a campaign to bring more positivity to Down syndrome.
Well, we're now joined by Manni and Reuben. Good to see both of you this morning. How are you feeling, Reuben? Are you doing better, do you think?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you are. Fantastic. It's been a long process, hasn't it, for the two of you, but such an important one.
Yeah, it was a long and slow process. 26 weeks, you say it quickly, but it was half a year that we were in that house in Dorset together, putting Rubes back together. And it was a long journey, but that was that time when we all had time on our hands. That's the one thing we did have. So we knew it wasn't going to be a quick fix, but Rubes is back now, which we're so happy about.
And the amazing thing, Reuben, is you are now a best-selling author. Your book, Brother, Do You Love Me?, now out in paperback, is actually been in the bestseller list. Did you ever expect to be a top-selling author?
Yep.
How did you manage it?
I don't know.
It's a brilliant thing to achieve.
That was a big moment when the biggest bookshop in Europe on Piccadilly, I don't know whether we're allowed to mention names, but the Waterstones.
Waterstones,
yeah.
Is that the biggest?
It's the biggest in Europe, apparently. And Rubes, they have a big display there at the moment. And when Rubes saw his drawings in the window of Piccadilly Waterstones, his little face, and he just looked at me and he went, "Look, brother," and started taking photographs. And that photograph of him when he was in the home with his hand up on the window.
Amazing.
And then 3 years later, he's looking through a window at his own work.
That says everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, today is World Down Syndrome Day, but you want to call it something else, don't you, the two of you? What do you want to call it, Reuben? Come on.
Here it comes.
World Up Syndrome Day.
Yeah.
There you go. Make everyone and the world emotional. And, you know, that's done by you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is his design.
Quite right,
Very
quite
good.
right. And I mean, it's called Down syndrome, the syndrome, isn't it? Because it was named after the man who identified it. But I can see how Reuben and others would feel that that's unfortunate.
Yeah. It is unfortunate. We always wish he was called John Langdon Amazing.
and then it would be called Amazing Syndrome Day.
Or even John Langdon Up.
Yes. Or exactly.
that would have done it too.
And that's because you don't want people to see it as something, obviously, that presents challenges, but as something that's an affliction.
Well, when Rubes was depressed and non-verbal and very down, he was down, but he was down for different reasons. And so as he got better, he didn't want to be down about having Down syndrome, so he changed it to World Up Syndrome Day.
It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? 3 years ago, you're having such a tough time, and now you've not only written a great book and launched a campaign, you are off to 10 Downing Street today to meet the Prime Minister and lots of other people and to launch this campaign. And that's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah.
Downing Street. Can I give you one tip? When you arrive at 10 Downing Street, when you go in the front door, if you go left 10 yards, you can go out number 11 and back in number 10. You can go round in a circle because they're not real houses. I think you should try it out. I think it's a really fun thing to do.
Apart from running around in fun circles, thanks to Ed, what do you hope visiting number 10 today?
There are going to be 150 people there today from around the world celebrating people like Rubes. We've been asked to be ambassadors for social care by the Down Syndrome Association. We've jumped through many, many hoops, and it's a complicated care system out there. There's a lack of choice, and it's very difficult to find the right place for someone like Rubes. So we want to help other people and find that balance between giving someone like Rubes independence. It's really hard to walk that tightrope between independence and risk. And it takes a lot of creative care to find that one place.
Are things changing? Are they getting better?
Rubes is in a purpose-built facility now. He's been in 3 care homes in his life, and it's interesting because the other 2 were houses that were donated or rented and converted into homes. I see a big difference when they're purpose-built. Rubes has his own flat. He has his own front door, his own letterbox.
Right.
And it's seen the return of his pride. He's got his own home now. Brilliant. You love it there, don't you?
Big difference.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, Reuben, what will you tell the Prime Minister when you see him?
I don't know.
What's your message? I think you're just going to point at this, aren't you, and say, back our campaign.
World Up Syndrome Day, Rubes.
Yeah.
That's you.
And you've got some pretty splendid socks you can show him as well.
Yeah, these are the official Down Syndrome Association socks.
Amazing.
You're supposed to wear odd socks for Down Syndrome Day.
Fantastic.
To spread awareness, yeah.
My
Look,
kids
we
wear
weren't
odd
told.
socks every day because I'm so hopeless at finding pairs, so we can join in with a vengeance on that
Great.
one.
If only we'd known.
Yeah, absolutely
I've got
brilliant.
matching socks and you've got no socks on at all.
No,
We didn't deliver.
Well, we're absolutely supporting you, and it's great to see you happier and better, and great to see your brilliant brotherly relationship.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And Reuben, keep the campaign going. It's really important.
Yeah, you will.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.